Did I do it? I think I fixed it. What a way to start! Alright, sorry, that knocked me off my game for a minute, but I'm back. Welcome, this is 50 Years of CRPGs. This is going to be the first installment of this, and if I stick with it, which I hopefully do, it'll last 2 whole years, because I need to play 50 RPGs, and that takes quite a bit of time. So, the idea behind this whole project is that I'm going to play the most noteworthy or influential RPG from each year, or one of them. Some years there are just too many to pick from, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. We can get to those very, very juicy years when like 20 amazing RPGs came out. But we are starting today in 1975, which was when the CRPG was born. Oh, good. I'm pretty pleased with how the audio is coming through. Once I get that soundproofing, it'll be a lot better. Yes, 1975. So the very, very first CRPG no longer exists. I don't remember what it was called. I probably should have written that down. But unfortunately it was deleted. But it was also from the same time, the same era. So it would have come out in probably 1974 or 5 also. So we're still getting a really good idea and view of what CRPGs looked like at the time. So we are going to play the earliest surviving CRPG, which is officially called The Dungeon, but it's also known as pedit5. So for a little bit of background on that, a lot of these games were all made for the Play-Doh system, and they were made for the ILLIAC 3, which was the University of Illinois' supercomputer, or their computer that was built in the 60s. So a lot of these games were built by either students of the school or by faculty. So this first one was made by a student. His name is Rusty Rutherford, and he made this over the course of 4 to 6 weeks back in 1975, late 1970. I believe a couple of these also came out in 1975, so it's a little bit dicey which came out first, but this one is usually attributed as being the very, very first one. And for reference, for the time frame, D&D, like the original Dungeons & Dragons book, only came out the year before. So the entire concept of this like D&D dungeon crawling system is very, very new, and this is the first conversion of it back into a video game. Let's see, so it is called pedit5 because it lived on the mainframe of that computer. So his group's coursework was on pedit 1 through 3, and then he kept the manual on pedit 4, and then the game itself was installed on pedit 5. What's the word? I can't think of what the word is. I do not know enough about computer hardware, especially old computer hardware. I am more of a software person. But that's the gist of it, and then the dungeon is the official name of it. So I'm running this on Cyber 1, which is an emulator that is made specifically to emulate the Play-Doh system, and it comes loaded with all of these games already on it. And I'll tell you right now that the next 2 games we're going to play are already on this list. The first 5 or so are all going to be on this system. They're all going to be on the Play-Doh system. They're all going to be in this style, in this very, very iconic black and orange terminal. Look. So, I think that is about enough background, and I might as well start it. This emulator, I'm a little concerned because it's not I couldn't actually get the webpage to load yesterday when I tried to re-download this on my streaming computer. And I couldn't get it to work today either, because they have a nice guide that translates the keys, because it doesn't have a typical QWERTY keyboard. And it's not up right now, so I hope it didn't get taken down. I really hope it's not permanently down. I'm very, very happy that I had the emulator installed on my personal computer. Really hoping it comes back, but it's a very nice emulator so far. I've tested a little bit. And what I have tested, I haven't played this game hardly at all. I did touch it just to make sure it was working. Oh no, I should specify, the music is not from the game. I don't know if the Play-Doh system is capable of, or if the hardware was capable of generating sound. This is just generic fantasy music, but I thought it'd be appropriate for some dungeon crawling. It would be very nice if it had music. Alright, oh yeah, but the very important thing that I did learn is that you need to read everything before you start. You can't jump in like a modern game and just jump in and pretend like you know what you're doing, because you will have no idea. So if I'm a little bit slow, it's because it's a completely different keyboard and I have to use shortcuts to make the buttons work. So, with that out of the way, let's begin. Welcome to the Dungeon. This is the original Dungeon game that appeared on the Play-Doh as pedit5 in 1975, written by Reginald Rusty Rutherford. And there's like a slightly online deal with this, and I'm trying to remember. There we go, okay. I think this just randomly rolls stats. I think they're different every time. Strength of 6, intelligence of 16, con of 7, dex of 11. So we're a bit of a wizard, I think. Now name him. What shall we name him? I believe I named him Worm before. King Lizard? Too many characters. One word. King Lizard. Secret name. Now, I don't know what that means. Press next to store him. Press lab to run him. I hope I didn't. I might have skipped the tutorial. I might actually need to jump back. I do need to jump back. Congratulations, we lived through it! We did nothing. Round. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, so the help here is the background. Okay, there we go. This is what I was looking for. Alright, it is the year 666, the year of the beast. Let me get more fantasy. In the country of Caer Omn, near the town of Mersad, stands the ruined castle of Ramthing. Beneath the castle lie the terrible dungeons of Ramthing, an incredible maze of rooms and corridors occupied by horrid monsters and piles of ancient treasure. You are a brave young fighter preparing to enter this dungeon, to kill monsters and amass treasure. For every monster you kill, and every bit of gold, etc. that you bring out of the experience, the better fighter you are, and the harder you are to kill. Your object is to reach 20,000 experience points and then retire from dungeonry with an established reputation. As a well-educated young person, you know how to use a sword and have a certain acquaintance with magical and clerical spells. These capabilities will improve with your experience level. I love that retirement is built into this game. That's really something we should bring back. See the details? Enter one of them. Okay, let's just go one by one. This is gonna be a pretty, like, academic look at these games. Less of like a straight-up playthrough, so I'm gonna try and read everything, look at the manuals and all that for things. So, that's going to start here with this. There's going to be personal characteristics are your strength, intelligence, constitution, dexterity, and hits. First 4 each range from 3 to 18 and have various effects on your capabilities. Strength, your chance of hitting a monster in combat depends on your level, see below, and is modified by your strength. For strength 7 through 15, there is no change. For strength 16 to 18, the hitting probability is 5 to 15% higher, and you do extra damage of +1, +3 each time. For strength 3 to 6, the change is -5% and -1. Guess we'll be re-rolling King Lizard, so he might be strong this next time around. Intelligence. In a manner similar to strength, your intelligence modifies the probability that your spells will affect the monster and the damage in case of magic missile and blast bolt. Gotta have magic missile. Constitution modifies the number of hits you can take without dying. 7 to 15, no change. 15 to 17, +1. 18 +2, 3 to 6, -1. Dexterity determines who will strike first in a battle encounter. You're the monster, so speed, generally. Hits are your lifeblood. You can keep going as long as you have 1 hit left. Your spells restore your hits. For each level you get 1 to 8 hits at random when you make a level, +1 at the first level, modified by Constitution as above. Okay, pretty straightforward, pretty basic dungeoneering. Kind of RPG kind of stuff. A lot of stuff that just has not changed much over the years. Alright, movement and operations. Movement, battle, operations. When you're in the dungeon, you will always have some choice of operations. If a monster is present, you must fight or run. If a treasure is present, you must choose whether to pick it up. At any other time, you may move or cast spells. Move with the arrow keys. Break through a door, press B, followed by an arrow indicating which door. Secret doors exist. Very cool. I actually didn't know that. I forgot to read that last time. These may be broken through as any other door. However, unless you detect them, there's a chance when you pass, they will still appear to be walls. Doors always slam shut again. Monsters may live in the rooms you enter. Treasure will be found only in rooms. Monsters can also roam around the corridors. They tend to turn up at random intervals during your trip. You cannot run from a monster when you are in a room. You can do so in a corridor, but you may fail to escape, which varies with monster level. Right, treasure in rooms, monsters in rooms and corridors. When you and a monster have combat, you take alternating swings at each other. Dexterity gives the first swing until one is dead. Whenever you kill a monster, you gain experience points, and the nastier the monster, the more points you get. Experience ranges from 10 points for a kobold or a giant rat, to 840 points for a dragon. Lots of luck. You also gain experience from any treasure you bring out of the dungeon. As your experience increases, you become more powerful. The section on magical clerical spells includes the experience level versus level table. Your new experience is computed whenever you leave the dungeon. By exit only, I assume that means not death. Time and turns. The time that you spend in the dungeon is measured in turns of about 3 minutes each. Wait. Hold on. Okay, that... I'm a little bit confused by the turn system. Take turns about 3 minutes each. The operation you can perform can take the following number. I mean, it pretty much just is tabletop rules, just converted directly into a computer program. I mean, this is essentially like being a CS student in university and like trying to convert your favorite board game into Java just as a side project while you're learning Java. I actually don't know what like year Rutherford was. I don't know if he was an undergrad, if he was a graduate student. I don't know. A fun fact though that I learned is that he kind of hid this game on the motherboard, and the professors deleted it a few times because they said it was a poor use of resources. And I think it was taken off for quite a while, but it's since been restored, I think. Yeah, real tragedy to lose this. Yes, so walking 1 square is only a quarter of a turn. Busting a door and casting a spell and picking up treasure is half a turn, and fighting a battle, killing a sleeping or charmed monster is 1 turn. Some of the spells run for a certain number of turns as specified in the tables. A 1 in 6 chance every 4 turns that a random monster will jump you. This can occur at any spell in the dungeon. Oh, okay, I should have read that all the way through. It's just a timer of events. Alright, so that's movement and operations. Let's look at some monsters. Oh, got some great graphics here. Monsters you encounter come in 5 general categories and 6 levels in each category. You have evil men to begin with. Evil men. Goblin types, including kobolds, goblins, orcs, hobgoblins, gnolls, and ogres. Monstrous animals, such as giant rats, lizards, ants, weasels, scorpions, and hogs. Undead, skeletons, zombies, ghouls, wights, wraiths, and vampires. Mythical creatures, sturges, harpies, gargoyles, medusas, wyverns, and... I'm ashamed as a very big mythology fan that I don't know what a sturge is. In each sequence, the monsters are listed in order of increasing difficulty of killing and increasing likelihood of hitting you. Straightforward. Experience tables and treasures. Treasure will consist of gold coins, unit of currency, silver coins worth 1/10 gold, gems valued from 100 to 600 gold each, and jewel pieces valued from 1,000 to 6,000 gold. You may also find a magic sword of +1 or +2, which besides being very useful is 500 or 1,000 points experience. Alright, and spells. Hit dice specifies the number of 8-sided dice rolled to determine how many hits you can take before dying. Some of the rolls is modified by addition, subtraction due to your constitution. Spells, press next. As your experience increases, you'll be able to use more spells in each trip. If your quota is given as 3+1, you can use 3 first level spells and 1 second level spell during. Assume to know all the spells. The limit in your memory and energy is available. Okay. So we have sleep. In level 1 we have sleep, charm, light, and magic missile. And at level 2 we have ESP, speed, invisibility, and blast pull. Curious about ESP. I'm wondering if that's like a detect undead. Maybe it's just detecting anything. And then clerical level 1 we have cure wounds, detect evil, protection from evil prey, and level 2 serious cure, hold person, continual light, and dispel mist. This was the one thing that was kind of tripping me up a little bit when I did a quick test play. Figured out. Magic spells do the following. Oh, there we go. ESP. Sleep puts an opponent to sleep. There's no chance of failure, but it works only on enemies up to level 4 and not at all on it. I am thinking that is something that we did realize was too overpowered down the line. Just in sleep spells in general. Charm, opponent is hypnotized into killing himself. Spell may fail. Works on any level, but only on men and goblin types. Light, casts light around you, reduces your chance of being surprised by 1/3. 24 turns. Oh, 424 turns. Magic Missile creates a magic arrow that tries to strike your enemy. Damage 2 to 7 hits if it strikes, double damage on undead. That's good. ESP eliminates surprise by any but undead, since the latter have no, quote, brain waves. Speed doubles your movement action rate for 24 turns, guarantees a strike on any opponent. Visibility useful for light from disaster. Lasts 4 turns, you may not attack while invisible. Last gasp shot at a superior enemy. Puts 5 to 30 hits on him, 3 to 15 as he is able to duck part of it. Spells exhausts all of your remaining energy for magic in the given trip. So that's your, in Final Fantasy, light emergency button. You hit that when you're gonna die otherwise. Clerical spells are as follows. Cure Wounds, replace 2 to 7 hits that you've lost in battle. Of course, you can get more than you started with. Oh, you can't get more than you started with. Serious Cure is the same, but for 4 to 14 hits. Detect Evil eliminates chance of surprise. Set by animals with neutral. 36. I've got to be the only person to get to use limit breaks. But anyway, Prey increases your chance of striking an enemy by 5%, 10% on undead, and lasts 1 combat. Hold, this clerical charm is 10% more likely to succeed than magic charm spell. New men and goblin types can be held. Just charm, but more likely to work. A continual light reduces your chance of being surprised by 2/3, lasts the entire trip. A better version of ESP. And Dispel Myth disturbs mythical monsters only when you refuse to believe in them. They may leave in disgust, not too effective on dragons who are very sure of themselves. I love that. That's wonderful. Wonderful flavor text. What is future improvement? Response to user comments, the following improvements are planned. New dungeon, probably multi-level, expanded character storage room, possibility of storing temporary character after use if it exists, slowing battle to round-by-round action reports, inclusion of surprise effects, which make currently incomplete spells useful. Oh, so maybe surprise just isn't... Oh, there we go. These were planned but never implemented. Paul Resch, Larry Kemp, and Eric Hagstrom took over from Rusty, rewriting the game. Orthanc would have these. Okay, I remember reading that, and Orthanc is on the Cyber One emulator as well. So might take a look at that at one point. It looks a lot more feature rich, so I didn't want to start with it. I wanted to start with the closest to the beginning as we can. So I guess in that case, we probably don't need to worry about the surprise effects because it seems like they might not be in there. Okay, that's it all, so let's see if we can play. Let's recreate Old King Lizard. Okay, he's got... Spells are double 69s. Much more well-rounded. Not being lizard. An unfortunate thing that I will apologize for a lot is this keyboard is very sticky. It did before, didn't it? I might just need to get a new keyboard before I stream again. Welcome to the dungeon. Press the arrow to enter. Alright, we're ready to play. So, these are the doors, these little brackets here. So we've got a little bit of area we can explore. But I don't want to run around too much, because I might get jumped by an enemy. Not a room. It looks like the break-in system was probably something that we wanted to work on more, because there doesn't seem to be any penalty right off from not just hammering on the door. Treasure is 60 gold pieces, nice! Oh, now we have to fight a rat man. Well, that was short-lived. I'm afraid King Lizard did not quite live up to his name. Well, alright. That's, didn't quite get that 220,000 experience we were looking for. Oh, but this guy has great stats. Gonna be King Lizard, son of Lizard. I also have no idea what the secret name is. I didn't mention it, I don't think. Okay. And okay. I'm wondering if I'm doing something. Some very sad deaths. What is this? Is this a secret door? This is a secret room. I'm just hammering on this door. Okay, let's try to throw in a spell since that didn't work last time. Well, we know sleep always works. Monster's asleep, press next to kill it. Wonderful. Oh, another evil man. Maybe I can fight this one. Okay, I'm able to kill the evil men. I'm not able to kill the monsters. The monsters keep getting me. Oh, that's right. We got into the secret door. Secret doors do not remain. Not only do doors slam shut, but secret doors also disappear. We're on a great run with this character, though. Lizard 3 is the pride of the lizard. What was the button to look at my stats? Anybody remember? Don't know how much money I have, and I don't know how many spell slots I have. Oh well. I'm just gonna go by feeling right now, and I'll check it next time we die, which, going by, yeah, the last few minutes is not gonna take too long. Ooh, magic sword +1. Okay, I'm feeling in the groove of this. $400 silver pieces. Okay. I think that's a pretty solid run. Trying very hard to bang on this door. There we go. Congratulations on living through it. Come back again soon. Okay, now I thought I pressed the button to store him. Okay, so it's data to see your current characteristics. See if it's safe. There he is, Lizard 3. Oh yeah, we can look at these other people's stats. The R is doing well, halfway to retirement. At just over 10,000 experience and 10,000 gold. Good for them. Man, none of these folks have reached retirement yet. A cruel world out there. Oh, that's what the secret name is. It's like your password. I think I just made it X. Well, now, hey, anyone who downloads Cyber 1 can play as Lizard 3 now. That's okay. I don't give my bank passwords to Lizard 3. I know, in another world we would have had R's Resilient Sphere. R's Floating Disc. Or the Great and Powerful Wizard. Okay. Got more beasts. Beasts have not treated us well so far. But I have a full new slew of spells. Yeah, sleep is... even in this game, sleep is very overpowered. You can just cast sleep on something, and it works every time, and then you can just kill them. I think that's why they... yeah. Except, yeah, not against undead. It was definitely... as frustrating as it is when you're playing D&D or something, and you're trying to put a whole camp of goblins to sleep. Does make sense. You can only do it for a certain number of hit points. Otherwise you can just do this. Look for the cursor. Oh, maybe I'm out of spell slots. I might just have very many as 3. Yeah, it's not letting me use any spells. Try to fight it. This might be the end of Lizard 3. Oh, I can't keep making these lizard tombstones this quickly. I don't even want to keep going. I want to... Well, let me reload Lizard 3. No. Oh, there's just an empty slot where he used to be. That's so sad. Who is the fourth in the line of lizardmen? Lizard adventurers? I want to just do Lizard Son. I don't know if that'll fit. I do. Lizard Son squared. Store him, hopefully he doesn't die right away either. I didn't get a good look at his... Oh yeah, let me actually pull up the data tab just... Okay, I guess you don't have very many spell slots, which makes up for this sleep being as powerful as it is. Now, that's not to say you couldn't just run in, put the first thing to sleep, kill it, get some gold, and run back out and just do that dozens of times. Oh, there goes Lizard Son squared. This is interesting though, so I'm seeing this very much now as a student project, which is not to diminish it at all, but I didn't realize it was this kind of unfinished. I mean, it's very playable. It's obviously playable. And I could actually see this being really, really very fun when you got to a high level. We probably wouldn't be able to see a dragon or anything, because I don't think they probably spawn until you're a little bit higher level. I think the guide said something about that. But it's important to contextualize that it's like the bedrock. Like, this is the baseline for every CRPG that came after it. Well, really the baseline is Dungeons & Dragons, but as far as CRPGs go, this is the bedrock of it. So I don't expect it to be terribly ambitious. And that's kind of the cool thing. Let me go back. The cool thing about these games that we're going to play coming up soon is that they are adding and exploring new things. it's the original itch. The Iliac IO. Yeah, like there's coming up. There's like a text spell system. There's like more 3D stylized dungeon crawlings rather than that just basic top-down with kind of bracket doors. That actually has kind of a 3D wireframe look. We can see a lot of expansion from here. That I'm really excited to see. But I think it's important that we play through the beginnings of it. My plan was not to stream for very long today, because this is my first one ever, so I just want to kind of get in the groove of it. But since we have a little bit of time, I do just want to look at Ornithank and see what it like. Is supposed to happen? That looks like it's probably not supposed to happen. Let's maybe try loading it up again. There we go, okay. I'm gonna say, I thought that was just like a cool, like, ASCII effect, but no, that's just a glitch. Okay, so we've got a better formatted start screen. The Orthanc Labyrinth. Rest. Character, leave. And user. One current user. It's me. I'm the only user right now. New features. Automatic mapping of where you've been. That's very nice. Map shows chutes, stairs, and pits. So we even have chutes, stairs, and pits. We didn't have that in pedit5. Fewer dangers on level 1. That's probably a response to what I just experienced. Colorized. I did not know it was supported other colors. And spells slowly restore with movement. That's not even something that's in 5e D&D. And monsters can randomly appear again. Just gonna breeze through the help section. I'm not gonna read it all out like it. I want to look at them, see if it's any different. The A, X, D, and W keys. Is this pre-WASD? I guess it does look more like a gamepad to use the X instead of S. The C key is used to cast a spell, but that's the same as Oblivion. I was playing that the other day. By hitting one of the moving keys, your character will move a certain amount in that direction. Okay, so use a shifted arrow key to break down doors instead of B. Little secret doors. Ooh, this one has nasty bugs. I wonder if this is... I'm wondering if any of these were like submitted for either like as like for like a grade as a project, or for the professors if this was like research, and that's why like these like probability tables and statistics are so readily available, or I don't know if that's just part of the design. I mean, computing was pretty novel at the time. I could get just wanting to display it because it is a bunch of nerds. They're very hardcore nerds. Very smart nerds. As someone who really likes to like look at speedruns and behind the scenes stuff and like statistical breakdowns of games, I find this stuff hurt. Simply take turns swinging swords at each other till one of you is dead. Ooh, we can shoot arrows now. Running is not always successful, and its chances of failure increase every time you try to run. This is due to the fact that the monster gets wise to your attempts to escape, or on guard for it. attempt to hit a monster. Hit it if random R is greater than 6. Yeah, this reminds me of game dev class. Oh, very interesting. This is the same. Like I said, I'm not really gonna. I'm gonna take a quick look at this far into it, since this is mostly just a, from what I understand anyway, just kind of a development, like a development from pedit5. I don't know if this was like built from the, like built off of pedit5, or if this was built like in response to, like as a from scratch. Not see that when I was LVSP and Blast Bolt. Mention door. Teleports the monster you're fighting outside of the room you're in. There's some really cool stuff in here that I've not RPGs since then. Oh, we can reroll our stuff. This guy's very fast. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so we got a lot more of like a kind of UI here. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my character spread. That's an error. Doesn't look like much of anything. Movement's very much the same. Oh, I left. Whoops. I forgot that was the exit. Let's try that again. Could be the same dungeon. Series is gonna be much when I have like NPCs to talk to. It kind of has that issue that I have with original Myst, where like, since it doesn't have a dynamic camera, it just snaps into the next view, so you kind of get disoriented and you can't quite figure out what you were. Switches, it's almost kind of hard to tell which. Oh yeah, it didn't let me name this one, did it? Oh, there's a giant ant. I got killed a lot last time. I think I can kill the ant without using a spell. Alright. Nope. Giant ant got me on that one. These big... What would they say? Nasty bugs? These nasty bugs don't mess around. Sorry about that. Oh, I didn't realize that the death screen was different. With great regret, we must announce your death in battle with the forces of chaos. Farewell, mighty warrior. So that ant was an agent of chaos, so I guess we didn't stand a chance. Do not kill OBS, that would be unfortunate. There we go, okay. Well, barring my little delay, it's been about an hour, and that's about what I wanted to do today, because I wanted to just give this a go and make sure that it would work, and that I could finally actually sit down and do it and get all the pieces into place. I know this is a very basic game. It's as basic as a game can get at this point in time, really. They're very cool as a historical. That's why I'm going to... Oh yeah, not as much to play. The ones after this look interesting. I think they're going to be a lot more engaging, and I'll be able to play them for longer. Next time we're going to be playing Moria. That's the next one on my list. That'll bump up to the next year. 1976, yes. And then after that, we're going to be playing Oubliette, which came out in 1977. Those are the three, or the two that I have planned, since we're taking care of pedit5. And then I believe ones we'll look at for 78 and 79 are also on the Plato system, so they might be on this list. I haven't chosen them yet. I remember reading something about Avatar earlier today. It's, from what I remember, it's by far like the biggest departure from anything on this list. So as long as it's a CRPG and it's not a different type of game, I might want to check that one out. I also need to see when that one comes out. Most of these were like the only ones that came out in their respective years. So it's easy to need to do some more research on that. But yes, Moria next time, and Oubliette after that. And well, thank you for watching. Thank you for indulging in a bit of CRPG history. If I can keep. Take care. Good night.